Every part of my being is in balance, harmony, and alignment as I open myself to receive the messages from our beloved Lord Metatron. Greetings, everyone. I rejoice in that Christmas is now able to do these videos much more regularly, and even perhaps on a daily basis. Because it is very important for you to remember to connect with God and with your own God self each and every day. This is not something that can be put off till tomorrow. And there is absolutely nothing more important in your world than your connection to God. For this connection will carry you through amidst all the trials and difficulties of the days ahead. No matter where you are or who you are, only God will be able to assist you, no matter what is going on in any dimension. This is both a promise and an obligation on your part and on mine. For I am ever vigilant, watching what is happening in your world, whether you are aware of me or not. But you can only receive my help if you have learned to listen to me. For I will guide you. I will tell you where you need to be and what you need to do, no matter what is happening in the world. There is a very funny story of a man who believed that no matter what happened, God would help him and save him. And so there was a great flood in his town, and he found himself stuck upon the roof of his house. And a man in a boat came by and said, jump in, I will save you." And the man said, "No, God will save me." And then an even bigger boat came by. And once again, he was told to join the boat and join the people. And he said, "No, God will save me." And then a helicopter came. And they tried to lift him up into the helicopter. Once again, he said, No, God will save me." The flood waters continued to rise, and he was drowned. He went to heaven, and there he encountered God. And he said to God, "Why did you not save me?" And God answered him, "Silly man, I sent you 2 boats and a helicopter. Why didn't you get on them?" The details of the story might not be perfectly correct, but you understand what the message is here. God comes in many shapes and forms to respond to your needs. God is not likely to show up in the body of an angel and lift you into heaven with its wings. But God will send you what you need if you have learned to listen to God. and to see God in everything that surrounds you and everything that comes to you. I have spoken recently about your viewing negative events as also being under God's control and part of the perfect plan for your life. Now I would also like to touch on the positive events and the wonderful things that happen to you. Because you may be thinking that other people are responsible for these good things, or that you yourself have created these good things. Once again, if this is what you believe, then you are mistaken, and you are not giving gratitude to the true source of these good things in your life. For whether they appear in the form of money, another person, assistance of any kind, it is always God acting through those people and those things. So it is totally appropriate to give thanks to the people and to congratulate yourself for the work that you have done that has brought the money to you. But remember to thank God for it all. For God is the one that gave you the body, the intelligence, and the good health so that you can go to work. God is the one who gave you a good nature so that you have good friends to assist you. God is the one that brought all of this to you. And God is the ultimate source of all things. Soon, you will begin to see things without judging them as good or bad. You will simply know that every event that occurs is somehow participating in your ascension and is bringing you whatever you need to have or to understand in order to complete your ascension as quickly and as gracefully as possible. So continue to eat food. Continue to take your medicine. Continue to do all those things that you believe to be good for you. But please recognize that God is the source of all those things and give thanks to God for them. And then little by little, you will begin to think of God first and recognize God first when things happen. There is a much talked about football player in America whose name is Tim Tebow. A lot of people like him. A lot of people dislike him. But he does give thanks to God first. Whenever he does something extremely well in football. Regardless of how you perceive this action, know that in God's eyes, it is a great thing. God wants all of his children to think of him first and to thank him first in all things. This needs to become an automatic response. And so these days ahead, where your life is fairly easy and there are no major difficulties, this is the time to practice thinking of God first. This is the time to begin to use your breath consciously and to know that God is also the source of your breath, of the oxygen that you receive through it. And it is a good time to practice knowing that God is the source of the light, that is the source of all physical manifestation. Every single thing that exists in your world, in the physical dimension as well as in all dimensions, is simply light vibrating at different frequencies. The denser, the more compact the physical object, the lower the rate of vibration. Then when you get into realms of infrared, ultraviolet, and higher frequencies of light that are no longer perceived by the physical eyes, they are still frequencies of light, just higher frequencies. You also know that your ears only pick up a very limited range of sound frequencies. You cannot hear very low tones, nor can you hear very high tones. That does not mean they do not exist. Your physical apparatus simply does not pick them up. And so it is with everything that exists in all dimensions. It is simply light and sound vibrating at frequencies that are higher or lower than what your physical body is able to perceive. So begin to recognize that God is in everything. That in fact God is everything. And as you begin to breathe consciously, knowing that you are breathing in the love and light of God with each and every breath, the frequency at which your body vibrates will actually begin to rise, measurably so. And this is a very desirable thing, beloveds. Because the Earth's vibration herself is also rising. It is rising daily. And there are scales that measure this vibration. And so if you want to continue with her, you must rise your vibration as well. And the quickest and easiest way is to simply breathe consciously and to know that you are breathing in God's love and light with each and every breath. There are many, many techniques available for breathing in the light. With Christmas and her husband, I am constantly changing the focus and the technique that they use to breathe in the light. As we are activating different chakras at different times. But there are two receptors that are extremely important at this time. The first is, of course, the heart. We are not talking about the physical heart, but the heart chakra and the threefold flame which burns within the heart chakra. This chakra and the threefold flame are specifically designed to receive light and to transmit light. Every chakra in your being, every energy center, and even most of your eyes, your ears, your senses, are all meant to be two-way. They are meant to receive and also to transmit. And so your heart is a receiver and a transmitter of light. The other most important center is your pineal gland. Your pineal gland is located in the center of your head. And your current medical system is not at all aware of the function or purpose of this gland, and so they simply ignore it. However, your pineal gland is the most important gland in your body as it directs all of the others and is the other major receptor of light frequencies. Because of the current death codes under which this civilization is living, most humans are absolutely convinced that death is inevitable. This thought alone causes the pineal gland to shut down, usually during puberty. As it shuts down, it stops receiving the great quantities of light and directing them to the other glands. And little by little, the body uses up its reservoir of light until illness, decay, and eventually death occurs. However, this is not how your body was created. Your body was created to function with a fully activated pineal gland. With a fully active pineal gland that is functioning correctly, you will continue to receive light forever. And your pineal gland will direct your other glands to function perfectly, therefore bringing about perfect health. So it is important to get to know this gland and then to begin working with it. Now there are two very easy techniques that I will give you today for working with these two glands. The first one involves breathing in the light into your heart, into your heart chakra, which is in the center, rather than slightly to the left where your physical heart is. But breathing in the light into your heart center, and then breathing it up into the pineal gland in the center of your head. From there, the light will radiate out and fill your body and fill your aura. An easy way to do it is to take in a very deep breath, breathe the light into your heart, up to your pineal gland, and then as you breathe out slowly, fill your body first, and then feel it overflowing into your aura, into your energy field. With all of this type of work, it is good to pull your energy field into a distance approximately an arm's length around you in all directions. For many of you, your energy field is very expanded and scattered or dispersed. Anytime you think about someone else, a part of your energy field goes out to them. So when you do energy work of any kind, you should always start by pulling in your energy field and creating a bubble of protection around you. Simply ask God or Jesus or myself or any light being or angel that you work with to establish this protection for you. Then the other technique is to breathe in from above, to see the light coming through the top of your head into your pineal gland and down into your heart, and then from your heart radiating out in all directions, filling first your body and then your aura. I know many of you want to give away all of the energy that you receive. But now is the time to build up your own energy reserve so that you will have light and love within you available to give when it is needed, when it is required, and not simply when you have the desire to do so. So, for both of these techniques, you will not allow the energy to go beyond your own individual energy field. And you allow the energy to build up within you, creating this reservoir that you will need for the times ahead. These are two very simple techniques, but they are also powerful if they are done regularly. They should be done every single day for at least 10 to 20 minutes, either at the beginning of your day, at the end of your day, or any time you have some free time to do this. It does not matter when you do it so much as that you do it. Although the earlier in the day that you do it, then the more energy you will have available for that day's activities. And it will also put that thought into your lower mind to make it a more frequent habit throughout the rest of your day. So that is my lesson for you for today. I only wish to help and serve you in your ascension process. to make it easier for you, and to remind you of the things that are absolutely necessary for you to do in order to experience this process easily and gracefully. I enfold you and surround you in infinite love and light. Please receive it as best as you possibly can, and know that you are eternally blessed.